So you'll be able to get access to cars like electric, CLA, AMG, can make content, Escalade right here, GLE, AMG, just a couple cars that are not. Yo, what's up, people? It's SRT Zo in the building. This is gonna be my new, caption or new little phrase. So before we get into this video, I want you guys like and subscribe. We about to go into details because a lot of people have been asking me like, yo, what do you do for a living and stuff? Because you have different cars. I don't have exotic cars yet, but that's the future. I'm trying to build this YouTube content. But one of the main thing I would say is Turo. Like cars like this on Turo go out for a certain amount per day, and it allows me to be able to have multiple cars, and also not only that, be able to drive them, use them for content like right now, right? Use them for content and also as a main income. So it gives the free time because a lot of people coming in town, different airports, or even people that's in Florida, like resident Florida, they want something nice for the day or a week, or go on a road trip and something nice. Could go in an electric car like this one, or BMW, Range Rover. I have the Corvette. So, but as far as Turo, I want to break down about like if Turo is still profitable. Can you get into this business? I want to do a course on it, and I want to, mentor people on how to get into it, how to make money, how to exit, have a whole bunch of strategy. But right now, this is kind of like a discovery, right? So I started Turo back in 2022. I had a Range Rover on there, Range Rover Velar, and then I had a Honda Civic that I was renting out there too. Made some money and stuff. It was like a side income. Then eventually I started, grabbing more cars and stuff like that. Eventually I got Mercedes. I had got a Porsche, BMW. My Porsche got totaled, but that was not Turo. That was for private rental. So I do both, a mixture of Turo, private rental, and also broker out, vehicles as well. So as far as getting into Turo, it's pretty much easy. You just create like a website. Basically, you go onto the Turo website. You could create your own website as well too if you want to do private rental. Go on the Turo website and then you sign up. You have a car that's, I believe, they have they change things every so often. So you gotta go on the Turo website to see what your vehicle and what mileage, because your vehicle can't have certain type of mileage, or the insurance, Turo insurance probably won't cover it, and it can't have recall, can't be rebuilt, or have any frame damage or anything like that. It has to be like a mint vehicle, kind of something that you would want to see yourself in. Like you do not want to rent anybody any cars that you wouldn't want to rent yourself, right? So basically that's part of the Turo strategy. You put your car on there, people book it, and then they pay you money, they return it. You could charge them for smoking, charge them for delivery late fee, and a whole bunch of things. So that's the main income. That's my main income, because it was passive, but now it's like fully just renting cars, because it allows me to drive different cars like this one right here. It allowed me to drive this one, allowed me to drive my other Benz, and also network with other people, because you can broker out the cars and make money for them and allow you to, drive their exotic cars. Because I know some people that broker for exotic car company and they get to drive Urises and different exotic cars every single day. So, you know what I'm saying? You can do that. So I wanted to just touch base on that about Turo and how to get on Turo. Basically, you just need to have a vehicle. Most likely Turo, you got to do market research around your area. That's something that I would pay somebody for, or look on YouTube more about and see what type of car is being rented. But one thing I noticed about Turo is most of the cars that get ran out a lot are economy cars. They do have luxury cars as well, but for the day in, the regular 9 to 5 people, they just want some economy cars to rent out for a family trip. Not a lot of people want to get luxury because luxury costs a lot more, and especially in this inflation right now, not a lot of people want to pay top dollar for exotic luxury cars unless you go into a destination like Miami, Florida, Dubai, or New York, where exotic, up north, exotic is really big. But in Miami, and basically everything that you do is just market research at this point. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go on there and see what strategy best work for you and how often you want to rent your car, because they do ask you that questions. Like basically, if you want to rent your car as often so you don't see it, you make full income, or just sometime. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm trying to get this car gone as much as possible. So that's like a little touch base of what I do for a living. And soon later, I want to get into clothes. I want to be able to have my own clothes, my own streetwear and stuff. And I want to be able to rock those. Make my own clothes for female, male, and that way that we could all be clean and stuff. So yeah. So I want to get my own clothes. I don't know the name that I want my clothes to be. I mean, if you know like a good clothing line name, just drop it down below. But I want something that's kind of a little catchy, and I want to have some design that's really good. You know what I'm saying? But right now, this EQE is electric car. It feels nice, but man, at the end of the day, man, having to be in the charging station, I don't know if it's worth it for me. Because the charging station, you gotta wait for 2 hours and stuff. But not a lot of people rent electric cars. Tesla dominate that market, but if you're trying to get a Tesla, you're not getting as much money that you supposedly everybody was getting back in 2 years. 2 years ago, you could rent a Tesla for $99, $100, $120. But now I see Tesla going for $43, $45. So it's not worth it, because if you can't cover your payment, then make money on top, then it's not worth it to get into the business. Because most people that get into this Turo business, what they do is they get a car, they just throw it on there and hope the car makes its payment, and that's it. And that messes up the whole market, because the whole market gets saturated and not a lot of people are making money. So if you want to actually do this, right, you have to do market research on what type of car that you want and stuff like that. Can you even afford a car without Turo in case something happened, right? And then you get 1 or 2 cars. If it's doing good, then of course get more cars, because you can expand the business. But the main thing is to always make sure you have a backup exit plan, some money saved, because there are slow months where your car will be sitting. And the one thing that mess up people, that almost messed me up a lot of time, is cars are not renting and you still have a car note. You still have rent, especially if this is your main income, you don't have no job or anything like that. You still have rent, you still got a whole bunch of expenses. So when the going gets good, it's amazing. But man, whenever these cars don't get rented, like, you gotta make ways, you gotta discount and move them any type of way. So it's kind of like that's the number one thing that a lot of people don't talk about. So that's why I always recommend do 1 or 2 cars, economy cars, and maybe 3rd car, luxury car, see how it is. And then once it starts taking off, then you could expand. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for this vlog. Next vlog probably gonna be like with different topics.